Hey, there we are in Brunch with Brian. Hey, so we're coming to you from a new location, and this is the couch. And today I want to do a theme. I want to talk about Landlord Week. So we're going to do Landlord Week this week. So we're going to talk about calling landlords and what happens when you call a landlord and the property is being managed by a property manager. So we're going to talk about that this week. We're going to talk about how to convert these leads into deals. So remember, there's a lot of houses out there for sale, but there's also a lot of houses out there for rent. So have you been calling on the houses for rent in your markets? And if you have not been, remember, it's not such a hard point to make with, oh, I'm sorry, I'm coming so late, guys. Obviously, I'm coming really late today. So it's Landlord Week this week. And so we're going to talk about calling landlords. Now, you guys know everybody should have the what to say and what to do script system. And that has all your closing calls in there and all your deal meetings, all the words you're going to say when you go out to the house or when you pick up the phone and call the seller. But there's also those opening call scripts. And that's what I like about this business, actually. I like about the fact that creative financing, you can generate your own leads by making outbound calls. So that is one of your primary marketing methods, actually, is to make outbound calls. Good morning, William. Great to see you. And so I want you guys to start thinking about calling on houses for rent. And so you just go to Craigslist, or you can go to a lot of different sources, right, Willow? And so you are going any place that says houses for rent. My recommendation, go on houses for rent and then type in your city and see what comes up. And definitely you're going to want to go on Craigslist. And here's a source that is way underused is your local paper. Okay. There's a lot of ads in your local paper for houses for rent. And not so many people get the paper, but a lot of them get the Sunday paper. And so there's a lot of real estate advertising. That's probably one of the most underused forms of advertising or of connecting with people. So go to the houses for rent section in your newspaper and go to your, and that's how you're going to find landlords. Now, if you don't have the landlord opening call script, call the office, 888-RICH-NOW. You guys know where you can get a hold of us. You can always get us at 888-RICH-NOW. And so call us up and ask us for the landlord opening call script. Now, obviously, you're going to take the landlord opening call script, make the initial connection, and then what? Then you're going to do the closing call. The landlord you're mostly going to end up doing seller financing. That's what I want your primary approach to be, because I want you to own the property. You're in more of a position of power, and you get tax benefits, and there's lots of reasons why I'd rather have you own the house than do a rent to own. However, your whole pitch to landlords starts off as a rent to own pitch. And I want you, and it even says in the scripts, it says, you're already renting the house. Have you considered a rent to own? Or would you be open to a rent to own? And remember, you can instantly tell them that we can rent it from you, pay a nice rental fee, and we're going to take care of all the maintenance and all the repairs and everything, so you don't ever have to worry about this house again. So what is a landlord's primary goals when they get a property and they have it all fixed up and they put it out to rent and they say house for rent, and you call on it? What's their primary thing? They'd like to get a good renter who they think there's going to be in there for a long time, who's going to give them no hassles and regular payments. So what do you represent to this landlord? No hassles, because you're taking over the property. You're going to do all the management, all the putting tenants in and out, all the risk. Remember, you're collecting big non-refundable option deposits. This landlord doesn't understand lease purchase. They understand, you're going to explain it to them a little bit because you may end up lease purchasing this house from them, but you're going to explain, I don't want you getting into this. I mean, you're not going to explain this rent to own program. You're just going to say, hey, I'll buy it from you on a rent to own and I'll take care of all the repairs. Now, If they don't want to do it that way, uh, you know, that's funny. William says the dogs look like one long dog behind me because you can see the back end of one. There you go. Okay, so but yeah, so I want you guys to be good. Good job, William, to call landlords today. Just call 5 of them. Now, just start off, or even just 2. Say, I'm going to print off the landlord opening call script, and I'm going to call, 2 to 5 landlords. It's really an easy call to make, and you're just calling up and you're saying, hey, I see your house is for rent. Would you consider maybe a rent to own, and I'll take care of all the maintenance and repairs and everything going forward. So how great is that? So this is an enticing offer for the right landlord who is kind of sick of this property and is kind of stuck with this property and doesn't know a way out. You are the way out. Okay. So that's the thing. In fact, you are their win. Their wife keeps complaining how much time and effort and trouble this rental is. Well, you're their out. They don't ever have to think about this rental or do a thing to it again. All they got to do is sell to you and then collect a nice monthly payment every month, totally mailbox money. Now, here's the cool thing. A lot of these landlords are undervaluing their rentals. Rents have gone way up. And just in the last 2021, it went up like 50% in some areas, like crazy. So I want you guys taking advantage of the fact that some of these landlords are underpriced and they don't totally realize it. They think, oh, this place shouldn't get more than $995 a month. And you know very well you could be getting $1,195. So what if you rent it from him for $995? And then of course, when we rent to a lease purchase tenant buyer, they're going to pay us a little bit more monthly rent. They're a little bit more. Remember, they're getting the right to buy, even though they have bad credit. We're giving them possession of this beautiful house. So generally, we're always going to push that rent maybe $100 a month, or maybe a little more. So if you think it's if you look at the rentals estimate, and this is important in this game with the landlord game, is to know what the estimate is and to know what the rentals estimate is. Now there's a formula that applies to that, and that's the 1% formula. Okay, and so the 1% formula is, who knows that? Can you guys type that? It's rent equals 1% or more of value. Okay, so that's the formula that I want you guys to just be aware of when you're finding these rentals. Now, if you are in certain areas, it's even better than that. In Detroit, where we do a lot of business now, there's some properties you can buy them for 60 or 70,000 and they're renting for like 1,200. So what if you find a landlord like that who has a property that's 60 or 70,000 and they just don't know that they can get that much, or they don't think they can, and so they're getting $995, and then you're going to come in and get hopefully $1,295. See, well, how much of a spread do I want you to have? $300 a month is great. Now, 500 is better, but 300 is sufficient. And these landlords aren't going to leave you usually some big, huge whopper spread. You're probably not going to buy one of these and have a $800 a month spread, because the landlord's at least somewhat aware of what the rental market is. They might be a couple $100 under the market, which is what we're looking for, is some of these landlords with underpriced properties. All right, so this is Landlord Week. So let's focus on doing houses for rent this week. Good comments, guys, this week. Yes, you can become a hero to these landlords. What a lot of good comments this week from William. Good job, William. Yep, that's the 1% rule, guys. And just check on your properties, look and, run that value. If you can buy them for 60 or 70 or 100 and they're renting for 1,200 or more, that's the kind of spread we're looking for. And that's the way we want to find those landlords. All right, so guys, where are you? This talk is all over me. So guys, let's do so you guys got the landlord message. William, you got to chime in tomorrow and let us know how you're doing with your landlord calls from today. Anybody else too, make these landlord calls. You know what? Maybe I'll put the link to the landlord script somewhere where you guys can find it. I hope you guys all have it. You guys should all have it. And if you just go on the what to say system, go on ourwolfpack.com, put your code in there, go to the what to say system, go to the forms folder, and it should be right in there, the landlord opening call script. Okay, so that's the one I want you to use. And if you don't have the what to say and what to do system with that code, then you might have like the old, not the updated version. So get the updated version. Call the office 888-RICH now, get the updated version where you can log on and see the whole system and watch your videos and everything. Also, we're updating the training where you actually get credit for watching the videos, and then you take a test at the end. So that will be very helpful too, to know that you know the material. All right, so awesome, guys. Great session today. It's Landlord Week, so let us know how you're all doing on your landlord calls, and stay in touch. Yeah, be accountable tomorrow, and we'll share and see how everybody's doing on landlords this week. This is a good time to be calling because there's a lot of property movement today. And I just heard somebody, hey, Lynette, you got to come and say hi before I tune out because I'm about to go out. Okay, what's our affirmation for today is, I love talking to landlords, okay, because that's what you need. That's the affirmation you need today. Ready? I love talking to landlords 3 times on 3. Ready? I love talking to landlords. 1, 2, 3. I love talking to landlords.
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 I love talking to landlords. You're supposed to say it with me, honey.
Oh.
I love talking to landlords. Yes. Guess where Lynette was and where I was a minute ago. All right. Yes, we're playing pickleball, and I definitely want you guys to get into pickleball this summer too. So we'll talk to you guys more about that. But it's Landlord Week, so let's all call our landlords. Can you do deep breathing with us, Lynette? Nice deep breath in. Another deep breath in. Hold it with a big smile. And one more. Good job. All right, guys, till I see you tomorrow, keep expecting success, getting awesome training, and
taking action.
Yes. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.